Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Fab's in the house, and today I'm in the house with the Civivi Ortis here with me for a review, and we're gonna analyze the look, the sound, and the feel of this guy. But hey, don't forget to like the video and to subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying this kind of content right over here. So what is this? This is Civivi Ortis. It's a 7.5-inch long liner lock with a 3-inch long cutting edge, and I would say 4.25-inch long handle. So up against the Ontario Rat number 2 and the Ontario Rat number 1, you're gonna notice that this guy just falls right in between these two options. Not too big, not too small. It's the Civivi Ortis, so that's pretty good. Maybe you have a couple of Benchmades lying around, and this is going to be your mini bug out, and that's going to be your bug out. Look at that. Bigger than both. And the bug out, we know it's not like a big knife, of course, but this is just a tiny bit bigger than the bug out. Spyderco options, pretty popular. We've got here is the Para 3, and this is the Paramilitary 2. And again, you can see that this is just a tiny bit bigger than the Para 3, but definitely smaller than the Paramilitary 2. Here you've got Chris Reeve Knives small Sebenza 21 option, and right after, boom, large Sebenza 21, just to show you that this is bigger than this and smaller than that. So, but you get the proportions going on over here. Let me show you also like this guy here. It's another Civivi. That's the Brazen, which I truly love. Let me show you some other stuff. Yeah, because we have it here. Look at that. How cool is this Menandi with basket weave blade? It's a tiny one. This is the Vero Synapse, so you can see that it's a little bit smaller than that. This is the Hinder Knives XM18 3.5-inch long blade, but look at the, yeah, I mean, handle to blade ratio, probably it's more in favor of this guy, even if it has like a full finger choil going on, but yeah, this guy is bigger than that for sure. So I mean, you got the idea. You know how big this guy is by now, and let's just quickly check this guy out. Nice liner lock, I have to say, FRN, which means fiberglass reinforced nylon handle, and it's a composite material, of course, and it's nice. I mean, it feels good in the hand. You have, as you can see, a little bit of flex because of the thinness of this liner's line underneath these scales. So you have that, which is, it might be an issue, but it's not so much because of the size of this guy. You're not going to be going batoning out in the woods with this one. I mean, you can, but it's not going to last long because it's a budget knife. It's made in China. It's going to be around $60. So it's the price is contained because the materials are, you know, not the best around, but still not the worst. I mean, it's a decent one. It has some nice 3Dness going on the handles, nice chamfers, and you see it's like rounded off like that. It's not just like a flat slab. So that's good. You've got some milling lines here, which are creating some nice and grippy texture, which is also pretty good. Also, extensive skeletonization going on, especially on the show side. You can check this out. Would you look at that? Nice triangular. So to leave some structural rigidity, which actually it's kind of gone. Maybe with the longer backspacer, they could have avoided that. And also, on the lock side, of course, you don't have any skeletonization on the lock bar, but on the back of the lock bar, yeah, for sure. You've got no lanyard hole option unless you want to do it around here, the pocket clip, but sorry, actually it's here. That's the pivot for the lanyard hole, and it's nicely embedded here in the around the backspacer, which is FRN as well, matching color, of course. The tip of the blade is safely recessed down. No way you're gonna be able to snag it with your finger, and looks pretty centered to me, maybe in favor a little bit on this side, but nothing too crazy. Overall, look, when closed, it's nice, flowing. You've got this cutout sticking out and nicely aligned with this swoosh here. So it's good. It looks pretty balanced. It's nice. Kinda, I would also say elegant in a way. So that's good. You've got a captive pivot here, so really straightforward disassembly procedure, and two handle screws, like they're gonna be sharing a T8 Torx bit to take this guy apart. Pretty flush on this side, nothing sticking out, a little bit sticking out right here in the back, but nothing too crazy. No stainless steel lock face insert because you've got steel on steel, so that's fine. And this guy is gonna act as the over travel stop bar for the lock bar because it's a liner lock, so it's a natural over travel stop. You've got this guy looks like kind of like a ceramic detent ball. I'm not sure. Maybe you guys can let me know in the comments. You've got dip carry, tip-up carry only, pocket clip, reversible, but tip-up carry only. And it's going to be basically hiding completely your knife in your pocket, and that's a really good thing. 3-inch blade cutting edge length going on over here. Nice, look at this, upswept tip of this blade, like with this kind of Persian look, and a swedge and a cutout, absence of jimping. You've got some chamfering going on at this height, which stop right at this point, and then you have this intersection with the swedge going up now to this point, and then nothing going on up to the tip. And basically you have, I don't know, like let's say 80% belly, and just the last bit maybe straight edge, and you got a full finger choil, guys. I mean, look at this. You can actually take advantage of the finger choil, of course sharpening choil, and then you see, like here, you've got some nice chamfering and the jimping going on this radiused area because of the push button option, and of course down here for the light switch button, light switch option, sorry. So you can do push, you can do light switch, and it's gonna deploy pretty effortlessly. What I really like is the absence of billboarding going on this blade. There is a little bit of 9 CR 18 MOV. On this side, hollow grind, stone wash, blacked out, fantastically done blade. Like, look at that, 0.11 stock thickness, really thin behind the edge, 0.012. I mean, guys, this is a slicer. It's superbly ground. Look at that. Look how thin behind the edge this guy is. It's just crazy. Really cool. And super piercing. Like, look at this. This is like a piercing knife for sure. From the sound department, it's this guy has an interesting sound, but because the size of the blade, the weight of the blade, and the conformation of the handle, it's not one of my favorite sounding knives. It's a matter of preference, but I think that the sound, it's kind of weak. It's it gives me like a flimsy feedback. I don't know. There's something that is off. I'm not a fan of this sound simply. When you close it, it's nice. It gives you some solid feedback. When you open it, no, it's a ding. It's just something, it doesn't, I mean, nothing wrong, but it's just not my favorite. That's all. The weight, actually, it's something really good on this one, because of course FRN scales and backspacer and stainless steel skeletonized liners, and they're gonna add up to 2.83 ounces in the pocket of this guy, with virtually no hot spots, just a little bit sharpness feeling on the clip ramp over here, but yeah, nothing too crazy. I can feel it, but good job here in the finger groove. This, yeah, it's probably the only issue from the ergonomics department. You can kind of like do a reverse grip like that. You can actually choke it up, something like that, taking advantage of the finger choil. A little bit here, there's no jimping, but yeah, you can still do like an advanced grip for sure. I like the texture that is going on the handles. Is gonna give you some nice grippiness, nice feel, and a little bit of friction to your purchase on the knife, so that's a good thing. Fit and finish also, it's pretty good, I have to say, even if the backspacer is sticking out a little bit, not completely flush. This side over here is, you have the liners sticking out, so I don't know what is going on, why it's not the same. But I mean, it's yeah, it's overall it's nicely done, and yeah, it feels well put together. There's no rattling, but there is this kind of flex which is a little bit sketchy for me. No lock stick for sure. There's no blade play. Feels pretty solid in the when you try to wiggle it like that. I would have preferred a little bit more room here to disengage the lock bar. I appreciate the jimping, but there's not much room. You see, you have to jam your finger in it and take advantage of the jimping and just do it. I mean, you can still do it, but it's not ideal for me. Also, what I appreciate is the bearing system, which is contributing to deploy nicely and smoothly and quickly the blade, but the construction, you see, like, it needs a vigorous wiggle to close it. There's no guillotine effect. See? You do a soft wiggle, it's gonna take forever. So it's not my preferred closing action, but it's still a good opening action, nice and snappy. Not the best sound, but it's good. Detent strength also is dialed in, nicely tuned. No detent ball ramp. You're gonna have a little bit of hard step kind of thing going on. Also, some nice detent suction at the end. It's, I mean, overall, it's a nice, interesting budget knife. Looking good for sure. I appreciate the weight. Ergonomics are almost perfect. Nice and slicey blade. The sound is not like super fantastic. And the ergos are, yeah, almost perfect. So I like this one, but it's probably not my first choice. So there you have it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe. And thanks for watching. Stay tuned.